Hey everyone, it's No Clue, and this is a new project announcement. It's been in the works for a little bit. I've been talking to people about it on T-Man's live streams when we do those. And yeah, this is the official announcement for my channel saying that the build's going to be starting not right now, but within 2 weeks. I'm getting the floor plan laid out because right now the garage isn't workable as it sits because I got this Chevy truck in here, which is getting a new transmission. There's nothing wrong with the one that we pulled out of it other than the front pump seal blew out of it. For anybody who doesn't know, there's a seal that's right on the front of the transmission, and that got pushed out on this truck. So, and since we got to pull that thing out, we might as well rebuild the transmission since it's out because it's got over 180,000 on it. So it's about due anyhow. But the next project is going to be this home light here, as I mentioned in my racing mower reveal video. And the plan is to take this home light and this quad and essentially merge them into one. Now, it's not going to be me taking the home light and dropping it on top of a quad frame. That'd be too easy. And I'm kind of a glutton for engineering punishment. So the plan is to take the engine out of here, bolt it onto the home light frame, take the front suspension off of this, and also put that onto the home light frame, and then do something that I've never personally, I've never seen a YouTube video done on it, and I've only seen a few four-wheelers like this. Do a dual swing arm rear suspension, which is this tire will have its own swing arm and this tire will have its own swing arm, so it's independent from each other, but it's all chain driven. So that's the plan for the home light. Like I said, I gotta wait for this truck to get done. I got my friend rebuilding the transmission, and it should be done by next weekend from me recording this. So for now, I got looking for a couple ideas from you guys. One, should I go with these tires, which these are like 20s in the rear, no, these are 20s and the backs are 20s and they're different widths. Should I stick with those but go with a more aggressive tread, because this is going to be I'm shooting for an off-road monster here because I already got something that's built for the street, so might as well go for something that's not on the road. So yeah, should I go with these with a more aggressive tread, or should I go with smaller tires like the ones on here but have like rotor tiller tread on it, which are like super deep and super aggressive? Because hopefully I'll come back here in a few minutes after I get the engine pulled out of this thing, and I might pull a tire or two off and set underneath the home light if I got room to do that. Kind of see how that looks, because I got a general idea of what the ride height's going to be and all this. So the difficult part's going to be taking all this engine and putting it underneath there, which I'm saying this now, I'm not showing how I'm mounting the engine, because taking these engines are very dangerous, and putting them on something like this, I'm not showing you how to do it. If you can figure out and do it for yourself, that's great, but I will not be showing any of the engine mounting. You might be able to sneak a few of like where I got my bracing at for it in my videos, but that's all you're going to get. So if you really want to dissect my video and try to get a Suzuki motor onto any lawnmower, that's about as good as I'm going to help you with that, because it's just way too dangerous for me to be just publicly showing how to do this. I mean, mounting a little Honda motor like that's nothing. Even though this thing will do 40 miles an hour, that's because I heavily modified this to do that fast. Where one of these, this build will probably do almost 60 miles an hour by the time I'm done if I set it up right, which I'm not going to. I'm going for power versus speed. So yeah, I'm going to take a cut here. I'm going to try to pull this thing out of its hole and get those two quad tires set up next to it and see how she looks. Alright, so there we go. It looks kind of ridiculous now that I can see it. Sorry about the shaky hand here. But yeah, I mean, I guess it looks good and it looks really aggressive. But I don't know. Those might be a tad tall. Although, the more I look at it though, the more I'm starting to like it. But then my fenders won't do anything at all. And right now I got it about the wheelbase that I'm thinking it's going to end up at. I'm not sure though, because if you look on the front end here, it's about the same width as this home light. And the plan is to cut the A-arms down the middle. If you can see where they're kind of touching, those two bolts right there. I'm going to cut it down the middle and then just weld it on the outside of the frame. So it's going to kick the tires out to like here, which I'm okay with because that's going to make it a lot more stable. But yeah, then it makes my fenders irrelevant. Although I can, if I really wanted to, I could take a piece of 5-gallon bucket, which I happen to have some laying over there, cut that and have it bolt to the bolt there, and then have it attached to the swing arm setup. Yeah, I mean right now it's also looking kind of short, so thinking the tires are going to stick out back a little bit farther even yet. I can get to stay where it needs to be. Stop rolling. Stop it. Stay. Good tire. But yeah, it's going to probably end up something a little bit more like that. And then I get to work out my steering setup and everything. And this thing is sitting a little bit higher than what I would have liked it to be. But looking at it, it's starting to look okay with the length and the width it's going to be. It's sitting about a foot off the ground. So I'll be able to go through some pretty nasty stuff and not get stuck. Although the nastiest thing we got around here is a creek that's deeper than the lawnmower is, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get through that. But yeah, that's and I know I'm not using these tires or rims, so I'm going to be selling those to hopefully generate some revenue for this build, kind of keep this thing on the cheap. But I am going to use similar rims and tires, so. Because I got these hubs in this bucket here left over from the racing mower, because I bought some aluminum ones for that because it looked better. But yeah, that's I'm starting to like that more and more. I'm looking at it now. I got a set of 16s here that I can swap out with, and these are probably more along the lines of 15 inches tall, because these tires don't look like 16 inches tall. And then if I go with these smaller tires, and again, these aren't going to be the same tread. I'm going to go with some mud tires on it. Roll her right there. And these are actually the tires that were sitting on the back of this thing. But if I were to go with tires like that, I'd be able to tuck it in a little bit closer. Let's see if I can get a piece of wood here. Setting things up on the fly. Love it. Not really. It's kind of a pain. Alright, I think that rear tire is definitely going to be going back a little bit more. But yeah, see those are a little bit more proportionate to the build. But I don't know if I'll be able to find some mud tires that size. I know I can find some really good mud tires these size. Because where I work, my boss has a set of, I want to say they're Traxxas mud bugs. And those things got some really aggressive tread. They're super deep. Not really good for anything like gravel. But if you're in the dirt, you're definitely not getting stuck with those. Yeah, that's these tires are probably a little bit more proportionate to the build. But I'm liking these tires a little bit more. So, that's about all I got. This thing isn't going to go too far too quick, so feel free to leave a comment even if you're viewing this video about a week after I upload it. Because I know some people won't comment on things that are they're asking questions once the video is so old. But anyhow, I got to strip this thing down the rest of the way. I got this old gearbox set up in here still, and I got a tensioner that needs to go. But yeah, this thing's going to be pretty cool, and I'm going to use a slap shifter setup like Fearless front built for his Craftsman crawler. I got the deck lift there, and it's kind of welded into the frame, so if I can use it, that'll be great. If not, I'll try to figure out a foot shift for it. But anyhow, I hope you guys like the video, and until then, guys, I'll catch you next time.